What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast. So yo man, I am out here in Canton, Ohio. Y'all already know I am because y'all know California ain't got greenery like that unless it is rolled up. You dig? But hey man, back to the subject, man. Hey man, it is your boy West Coast. And I am still in Canton, Ohio. I'm about to leave today. But yo, this is the official recap video of Cowboys versus Pittsburgh. Now, we all know it was a preseason game, so we are going to go in depth just as if it was a regular season game. See, I thought I was about to say, oh, we know it's not going to matter. It's because it's just No, preseason games do matter. Every game in football, NFL matters. This is not the NBA. We do not have 84 opportunities. This is the NFL where you have limited opportunities. So guess what? Preseason games do matter. Now, all in all, let's start with the offense. What were my thoughts on the offense? Break it down, going to the quarterback position. Quarterback position, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The quarterbacks did exactly what I've been telling you guys they were going to do over the last week. I think the quarterback position on offense is probably our weakest, the backup position at least. It's probably our weakest room. I would think that over the next couple of days, the Dallas Cowboys would definitely do something to bring someone in to try to assist in that room. Kind of going down the line, Gilbert played. Listen, Garrett Gilbert played the best out of the three guys. I mean, if that is an award, give it to him because he definitely looked the best out of those three guys. I don't know if that's going to get you a lot of favorites in the NFL, and I don't know if that's going to make me feel like if something was to happen to Dak that you could play for a long extended time. But I will say that Garrett Gilbert looked the best out of the three guys that played last night. Ben DiNucci, I'm sorry, bro, but there is an arena team that is looking for you right now. Wide receivers, they kind of stood up. My boy said he will. Number one was dipping and diving. I really like what I saw from him last night. My boy Dixon was doing some movement too. Love that. Also, salute to my boy Miles Turner. Had the drop, the little fumble, but he also made up for it. I ain't gonna say he made up for it, but he did a really good job 2 plays later on the next series of catching a really bad ball and converting on it. So salute to him for not letting that stick in his head, because a lot of times with young players, man, they'll get stuff in their head if they drop a ball or fumble, and then they'll be trash for the rest of the game. So salute to him for doing his thing and keeping a good positive mind and catching that next ball. Also, running backs, my little dude, Rico Dow. Rico, I like what I saw last night. What I saw. You know what I'm saying? Oh, bust him. He was hitting that hole. I like what I saw last night. My boy 37, Jaquan Hardy, he ran well too. They just didn't run him enough. I like to see him run more. Offensive line, the first offensive line looked better than the second one is all I'm going to say. Not to call nobody names, so I'm going to say their numbers. 68, 62, and 60. We need to have a conversation after the game, fam. That's all we got to talk about. We need to find out if this is what y'all really want to do. Y'all look like really smart guys. We just want to make sure y'all in the right profession. 68, 62, and 60. I ain't going to name no names, but I'm just saying those three dudes, we may need to talk about some career changes and what's going on with their life, because I don't know. I don't know what was going on last night. I wanted to judge these backup quarterbacks, man, but the backup offensive line was just not good. 68 still hiking the ball over his head. Like, bro, we do not have a 9'11". Shaq is not our quarterback, bro. Shaq is not the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. There's no reason for him. You trying to, like, he up here throwing alley-oops. Like, literally, one hike, it looked like he was trying to alley-oop the damn quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous, bro. And you know the thing that irritates me about these backup quarterbacks in this offense? That I'm only complaining about stuff that I've been complaining about all week. Remember, in preseason games, I don't complain about new stuff I see because that just might be the preseason. But if I will complain about stuff that I consistently see over and over, and that's what I saw last night. All right, so tight ends, my tight ends look good. Schultz, I'm going to tell you this right now, that boy Schultz, he didn't got a taste of the good life, and he ain't trying to give it back. You know what I'm saying? Schultz, you're going to have to pry that starting position job away from him. That young man, didn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling him just what it is. Schultz didn't got a smell of what the good life is, what it feel like to catch balls, and he ain't trying to give it up. So everybody just assuming that Jarwin's going to be your number one. I feel like Schultz got another story coming. Like a Schultz was out there trying to make plays, and he was the only person that I seen that was catching wide open balls. Like, he was working that middle. Defense, Micah Parsons, bro, you're going to be everything that we thought you were going to be. I am so happy that the Dallas Cowboys are smart enough to just leave you at middle linebacker where you would be a boring player. Thank God that the defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn, is smart enough to put you on the edge and allow you to get active and get motion and get moving. And I love the fact that my boy had an impact play on his very first game. Why? Because we're going to need that aggression going into the game. Shout out to my boy LVE. Shout out to my boy Jalen Smith. My boy Jalen Smith would have gotten the fumble, but Parsons jumped on it first. So salute to Parsons and Jalen Smith working together to recover that fumble. And also salute to my young defensive linemen. My boy Bohammond played well last night, and my other guy played well. You know what I'm saying? Defense, for the most part, I was actually kind of excited for you guys. You know what I'm saying? You did a fairly good job of maintaining their offense, keeping them low scoring. Technically, it was still a low scoring game. I'm going to keep it real with you guys right now. Anytime where a defense holds a team to 19 points in the NFL, you're supposed to win that game. That's just being real. So if this was a regular season game, I would have looked at my defense like hell of a job. 19 points, less than 19 points in the NFL, good job. Cornerbacks, the cornerbacks played well last night. Shout out to my boy number 31 who played well like I told you guys he would. Did a really good job. And then shout out to Nashawn Wright, bruh. Nashawn, I heard that. Okay. All right, Nashawn Wright, I see you, man. Hey, they picked on my dude, and Nashawn Wright was battling. He was battling. And one thing I like about Nashawn Wright, too, he has a very short memory because Claypool pushed off on me. Kind of looked like he did. I have to watch the film. But one thing I love about that is, man, Claypool is a dynamic wide receiver, a top 10 young. Claypool is one of the top 10 best young receivers in the NFL. If you're looking at top 10 young receivers, like in their first 1 to 3 years, Claypool's in there. So, like, for him to make a play on me, like, Nashawn, don't let the internet kill you on that, bruh. Like, Chase is a monster. You know what I'm saying? He is a monster. He's a monster. Probably shouldn't even been playing last night, and he didn't play after that play. But he had to make an all-world play to get the ball on you. So, Nashawn, don't kill yourself over that. Salute you, bro. And more importantly, what Jeezy say, it's all about your re-up game. The feds is always going to come raid your house, but it's all about how you come back. And you came back great. Linebackers, love what our linebackers did. Defensive tackles played well. I was happy with the defensive tackles. Safety play. There was a few times, I ain't gonna lie, the safeties, I was wondering where they were, but their young quarterbacks did not take the chance and try to exploit them, so we didn't really get to see what the safeties were going to do. But there were a few times where I was like, where's the safety help? Because that defense doesn't run like that. But for the most part, man, the defense looked better. They looked fun. They looked fundamentally sound. Like, there was no situation where these guys looked like they didn't know what the hell they were doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I appreciated the most. You know what I'm saying? The defense looked like they were supposed to be doing. My only big issue from last night is this. Kellen Moore, you got to find a way to score points without Dak Prescott. Because I know there are going to be people that are going to say, oh, yeah, but you got to remember this was a preseason game. Yeah, but you got to remember Kellen Moore wasn't playing his third string offense versus their first string offense. He was playing his third string versus their third string. And guess what? Their third string quarterbacks were able to come in and move the ball and split points on the board. Kellen Moore, there is becoming a rumor out there that people are saying that you cannot score or drive the ball without Dak Prescott. You need to show us in this preseason game that you can do that. Because what I'm seeing right now is you are a totally different offensive coordinator without Dak Prescott, making me believe that Dak is worth even more money than we paid him. Hey, man, I'm not going to talk your head off because you already know this is just a preseason game. So everybody find a reason to put a smile on your face. And you already know what it is. Never look down because the stars up. Peace.